thought about why you're so afraid of failure? Would you like to be less afraid of failure? I'm the serial intellectual. I create intellectual products that transform people and change the world. In this series, we've been taking a deep dive, trying to understand what is it about failure that makes us so afraid of it. And now we're in our final part, number 7. Here it is, death. Now I know what some of you are thinking. What? How did we get here? Whoa. But I want you to think about death for a moment. Death has far more applications to us than just the death of persons. Because if you look up the definition of death, it talks about the cessation of organs or the irreversible process by which something dies, resulting in our physical death. But let me ask you a question. Are there any things in your life that have had a birth date and a death date? Have you seen anything or experienced things in your lives that have died? Like relationships, like jobs, like there was an open window for an opportunity and then it was gone. It's like it died. See, there are more things in our lives that die than we like to think of. And here's the relationship we're talking about. We think failure brings those things on. Failure in some of our minds operates like a comorbidity. It's like if I fail, I'm going to usher in the death of something. Specifically, if I do this business and it fails, is my spouse going to stick with me? Is my relationship with my kids going to be the same? Will my friends treat me differently, or will I experience the death of those relationships? Here's another way to think about this. If I spend all this money and I spend all this capital and it's gone, is my financial future dead? You see, failure and death go hand in hand, and fear is there to put logs on that fire. You think about the person who in 2018 took out an equity loan and then went to the bank and got themselves another personal loan and took these courses and got educated and started their business, and it was thriving in 2019. And then 2020 happened and their business is gone. And it isn't their fault. COVID took it away. You think about the person who was in business in 2006 and started thriving in 2007. And then we had that great reset in 2008. No fault of their own. You think about the person who's going along in life and making good progress, and then their mother or father or husband or wife or child gets deathly ill, and then something else happened, and no fault of their own. All of these things happen, and then they see the death of something. You see, friends, we fear that failure is going to bring death into our lives. And so we avoid it. We try to go around it, and we try to put ourselves in positions where we're least likely to fail.